In this video, we're going to fold a butterfly for Alice Gray, originally designed by Michael LaFosse. For this model, I'm going to be using a 6-inch or 15 centimeter sheet of kami, and my kami is two-sided, so depending on which side you want to be the outside, you should put that side starting face down. So my butterfly is going to be blue on the outside and white on the inside, and you can see that color difference here. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold the paper in half lengthwise and unfold. Next, we're going to fold these edges to the center line. Unfold those as well. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to rotate the paper 90 degrees, and I'm going to fold back on that center line, like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold these corners in 3/4 of the way from this edge to this line. So the best way to do that is probably by folding this top edge down to that middle line and just making a pinch mark at each corner. So you see I have 2 pinch marks. Now I'm going to fold this edge to this edge and make a full crease all the way across. So I'm going to line up the pinch mark to the center line on this side, and I'm going to line up the pinch mark to the center line on this side, and I'm going to fold all the way across. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this edge to line up with that new crease we just made on both sides. And the next step is to fold this down. And what you want to do is you're going to mirror these steps on this side, but you can use this layer of paper as a reference, which I will do right now. I'm going to take this model and flip it over. And I'm going to fold down these corners so that they line up with the corners that I just folded down previously. And then I can fold this whole layer down on the edge that this layer of paper lines up with the white. So I'm just going to fold that down, and that should line up with the fold I made over here. And give that a good crease. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unfold the paper and have the color on the outside, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this edge to meet this edge. I'm going to fold it in half, like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the top down to the bottom, and I'm going to actually open this pocket here, and I'm going to squash fold the paper so that this crease right here lines up with where this edge lines up with that edge of paper, like so. I'm going to fold this top layer of paper all the way up, and I'm going to bring this whole flap all the way to the top, and I'm going to squash that again. So I'm going to open this pocket. I'm going to flatten the pocket such that this crease lines up with this edge, like so. And now what I'm going to do is, I have 3 flaps on the top and 1 on the bottom, so I'm going to even that out. So I'm going to turn over the model and just fold 1 flap down. And now I should have 2 layers on each side. The next step is to take this corner and line it up with the top right here in the middle. So I'm going to do that like so. Give that a good crease. That's a lot of layers of paper. I'm going to turn it over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to squash these layers here, and it will flatten out like so. And I want to flatten it such that there's this crease right here, and I want it to line up right at the intersection of these 2 layers. So if I flatten that, it looks like that, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold in half backwards on the middle, and you can pretty much see the body of the butterfly now, but I'm going to fold this in half like so, and I'm going to fold the wings up at an angle about, you could approximate that to be half of 45 degrees. So if I have 45 degrees here, sorry, that's 90 degrees there, 45 degrees here, I'm going to fold halfway. And you can actually line up this edge with this edge of the body. And you want it to go through this corner right here. So that's going to look something like this. If I pivot on the edge, the corner right here, and line it up such that the wing lines up with the base of the body or the abdomen, and then I can fold the other side of the butterfly to match that because we do want to keep it symmetric. Your butterfly should look something like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unfold or fold over this layer of paper, and it's really thick. Just fold it over like so, so you can see the whole inside of the body. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these edges to the center line here. And this just shapes out the body of the butterfly and narrows it down. So I'll fold them in like so. And then once you've done that, you can fold this back over. And you'll see that the body is slimmed down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to unfold the butterfly. And the last step is to turn it on its back. And you're going to take this top middle section of paper right here, and you're just going to fold it towards you. Kind of on, there's going to be a couple of layers of paper here. Just push it, flatten it out, fold it towards you. And you can actually continue that fold and make a crease from the middle to this corner and from the middle to this corner. So it'll look something like this. I have a crease going from the middle to this corner, and now I'm going to flatten that layer of paper from the middle to the far right corner, like so. And once you've done that, you've made a butterfly for Alice Gray.